what kind of political storm there is here now.
Yeah, because on Nigerian Tribune as well, there is a similar headline that reads INEC directs Rex to suspend plans on voter revalidation exercise.
Yes.
That's on page 32 of the Nigerian Tribune.
And well, it says here that the African Democratic Congress, the People's Democratic Party, the Obedience Movement, and civil society groups on Sunday warned that the implementation of the voter revalidation exercise by the Independent National Commission could disenfranchise the electorate and damage public trust. And the APC spokesman Bolaji Abdullahi, in an interview with the Punch, pointed out that rural dwellers may be disenfranchised, citing challenges of access and awareness in remote communities. The PDP publicity secretary in a memo bong and Obedient Movement National Coordinator Yunusa Tanko questioned the feasibility of the exercise, arguing that it may not achieve its goals given current logistical constraints. And I believe that is why the
INEC are taking action.
Yes,
let's find out. It's on page 32 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning, which reads INEC asks Rex to suspend arrangements for voter revalidation exercise. The Independent National Electoral Commission INEC has directed all resident electoral commissioner Sincere apologies for that short break. Our still conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM. This beautiful Monday morning. It is day number 6 in the month of April 2026. Alright, so we're going through the story on the page 32 of the Nigerian Tribune that reads INEC asks Rex to suspend arrangements for voter revalidation exercise. The Independent National Electoral Commission INEC has directed all resident electoral commissioners Rex to put on hold all publicity and arrangements for the planned voter revalidation exercise pending further directives. Rex are also directed to step down all publicity and arrangements for the voter revalidation exercise and await further directives from the Commission. On Wednesday, INEC said it would begin a nationwide voter validation drive on April 13 as part of efforts to update a voter register ahead of the 2027 elections. In the letter, the Commission, however, directed all Recs to begin necessary preparations for the exercise, including sourcing for personnel and the preparation for INEC voter enrollment devices (IVED). The letter, which listed the timeline for the exercise, shows that it begins at the local government area level from April 13 to May 2nd, before moving to the registration area RA level from May 5 to 11, and subsequently to polling units PUs from May 13 to May 19. The Commission said its meeting with Rex earlier scheduled to hold physically on Thursday, April 9 at 11 a.m. will now be conducted virtually via Zoom. According to the notice, and I quote, further to the notice of meeting dated 3rd April 2026, we've been informed that the meeting of the Commission with Rex scheduled for Thursday will now hold via Zoom. The Commission advised Rex to remain in their respective states and await login details, which will be shared once arrangements for the virtual meeting are concluded. All that's the update coming from INEC to the Rex this morning.
Yes, I believe that INEC knows what is doing.
Absolutely.
Yes,
They probably working on something.
Yes.
Voter education is important.
Yes.
The validation is also key for those who, I mean, some people still don't have their PVCs, right?
Yes. Yes, and
it's important to put that straight and educate the masses on why they need to pick it up and validate.
So apart from the information department of INEC itself, yes, we have the Ministry of Information.
Yeah.
We have the National Orientation Agency and some relevant agencies too that can embark on this proper education, yes, and orientation of people towards getting their PVCs, especially from the rural areas. Now, the African Democratic Congress has dismissed claims of any agreement to make Northfield Balagumbe the vice chairman for the Northeast, insisting that no such arrangement exists within the party. The ADC National Publicity Secretary Bolaji Oluyole said in an exclusive interview with The Punch that the coalition party's crisis was being orchestrated by the All Progressives Congress-led federal government. And on Saturday, Ishaku Abo, a former lawmaker representing Adamawa North, attributed the leadership crisis in the ADC to betrayal, internal conflicts, and outside interference. But how can outside interference, lead to imbroglios, inside one or two political parties? People are claiming that it is outside interference, at least to be exact, that it is President Tinubu that is orchestrating these problems inside some parties. And President Tinubu has said he was not trying to make the country a one-party state. Yes, that every party should put their houses in order.
So that's the thing. I think that answers it. Put your party in order. Don't blame others. There's probably someone in that your party
that is betraying that party.
Just get the person suspended. Get the person suspended. All right, let's take this political story. Well, it's governance actually. Page 14 of the Nigerian Tribune. Power sector debt. Tinubu approves 3.3 trillion naira to tackle electricity crisis. Well, President Bola Tinubu has approved the payment plan to finally settle the outstanding debt under the Presidential Power Sector Financial Reforms Program. The debt repayment plan followed the final review of the legacy debts that have weighed down the power sector for more than a decade. The long-standing debt, it was lent, accumulated between February 2015 and March 2025. Nigerian Tribune gathered that the government had earlier agreed on a total of 3.3 trillion naira as full and final settlement of the sector's legacy debt, with 501 billion naira designated as the first tranche to begin repayment of power companies. Following verification, according to the statement on Sunday by the Special Advisor to the President, Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, 3.3 trillion naira has been agreed as a full and final settlement, ensuring a fair and transparent resolution. It said that implementation had begun, with 15 power plants signing settlement agreements totaling 2.3 trillion naira. The statement said the federal government had already raised 501 billion naira to fund this payment, adding that out of the amount, 223 billion naira had been disbursed, with further payments on the way. Well, I think long overdue, but then finally it's happening.
Yes, sir.
And this is one of the complaints from the power sector.
Yes.
This affects both the discos,
the Gencos,
the transmission company is owned by the federal government anyways, but then
yes.
the private sectors who also make up that value chain, right? The Genco, the distribution company, they've been talking about this debt. It's affecting their operation. One of the reasons they're unable to get enough gas, all of that to generate enough to serve Nigerians. 3.3 trillion naira has reportedly been approved, according to what we just read. The first tranche is 501 billion naira to be put through. Let's hope this will be judiciously put into use by, the power, sector in the industry, do the right things. I mean, this fund is not like, this fund should be capitalized, if you ask me. Invest it into projects that will resuscitate that sector. Try to generate more megawatts, all right? Get equipment, get more gas, generate more megawatts to supply, the country accordingly.
Yes, I thought the money was, earlier calculated at 4.4 trillion.
Yeah, so I think there was a back and forth here and there.
And there was also a controversy that it was earlier 6.3 billion.
Okay, so to affirm what you just said, still on that story, this debt primarily owed to power generation companies, Gencos, for electricity supplied between 2015 to 2025 have grown to over 4 trillion naira in legacy debt, with total sector liabilities, including 2024-2025, accumulating exceeding 6 trillion naira by early 2026.
Yes.
But 6 trillion, 4 trillion, they shall start to pay. That's the most important thing.
They have tried with 3.3 trillion.
Yes. Let's hope it will be used pretty well, reinvested into that sector, and ensure that power improves. Very important.
Yes, talking about, Easter now. There have been messages, lots of messages from state governors, from the federal government, from all other sectors. Now, this one here says, more Nigerians on Sunday felicitated Christians in Nigeria and urged them to uphold the lessons learned during the Lenten period. Vice President Kashim Shettima on Sunday assured Nigerians that the present difficulties facing the country were temporary, with better days ahead under the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu. Shettima gave the assurance in an Easter message issued by his spokesperson, Mr. Stanley Nkwocha, in Abuja, and the Vice President expressed optimism that Nigeria would overcome its current economic and security challenges. And also, former Vice President and Chieftain of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, Atiku Abubakar, in a statement issued by his media office, called on the government to live up to its constitutional responsibility of ensuring the security and welfare of all citizens and residents in Nigeria. Also, Governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Ahmed Ododo, called on residents of the state to embrace the virtues of sacrifice, humility, forgiveness, and unity as Christians mark the Easter celebration. Well, it goes on and on. Governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Soludo, also felicitated Christians in the state and across Nigeria on the sacred occasion of Easter, which marks the conclusion of the Lent season of fasting and prayers. Bishop Oke, Bishop Oke, Wale Oke, General Oluyole, that is the Chief of Defense Staff, Odufemi Oluyede, and some others they can too. That is Archbishop Daniel Oko. Yes, they all gave advice for people during this Easter period.
All right, we need to go on a very quick break, and when we return, we'll take more stories.
Yeah, with a taste. and enjoy the chocolatey ride. Choco 3 in 1. Ooh, taste it, love it. Choco 3 in 1. Ooh, I love it.
Introducing the new Dano Choco 3-in-1. It's tasty, creamy, and satisfying. Taste it, love it.
Right, glad to know you're there. It's still conversation this beautiful morning. Now we're taking stories from the front page of, taking stories from the Nigerian dailies this morning. Now let's check out this headline. Army rescues 31 abducted worshippers in Kaduna. With riders, bandits kill 7. Suspected armed headers kill 9 in Benue. That's coming from page 33 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Well, let's take it. Troops of the Nigerian Army have rescued 31 worshippers abducted following an attack on a church during its Easter service celebration at Ariko village in Kachia local government area of Kaduna State. The swift response followed a distress call reporting the abduction of worshippers during the service at an Ekwa church. In a statement on Sunday, the headquarters of the Nigerian Army noted that the troops, on receipt of the information, promptly mobilized to the scene. Well, okay, the statement also from the Nigerian Army also said that the General Officer commanding GOC 1 Division and the Commander Sector 1 Operation Fasanyama, Major General Abubakar Wase, is currently on ground overseeing operations and conducting on-the-spot assessments. Earlier, the bandits had stormed the community, targeting 2 churches, killing at least 7 persons and abducting several others. The attack threw the community into panic as the heavily armed assailant stormed the area in large numbers. The council chairman, Caleb Maji, confirmed that the attack, adding that he had set up a committee to investigate and come out with a detailed report on the incident. Oh, but here we go again. Before the Easter celebration, we were here taking the stories and the report from, not a report really, it was an update coming from Nigeria saying that they have put all measures in place to ensure a safe Easter celebration. But here we go again. Here we go again.
And now, it is not only even one state. Borno, Katsina, Benue, and Kaduna. And
there was abduction, there was killing. Yes. Some were rescued, but then there was killings.
Yes.
There was killings.
There was.
What happened to intelligence report?
That is what I always say. That is what
happened to intelligence report?
Yes, that something is about to happen.
Absolutely. These people went to church to save God. On Easter Day.
Yes.
Check what's happening. And check what happens to them.
And our people, if they see something, they will not say anything until it happens. It finally happens. Yes, that is one major factor that is affecting.
Yes, that's also yes, it's a message also. I mean, it's a warning to everyone also. If you see something, say something, right? The security operatives also need information from us to function pretty well. Yes. Let's try as much as possible to continue and always give the right information. Whenever you see something, just drop it. Just let them know. They will work on it. And then the government also needs to invest more in intelligence. We've always talked about it.
Yes.
Very important. I mean, if that was in place, would have had an idea.
Yes.
Something like this happening. These people didn't fall off from heaven.
Yes.
They came in through somewhere.
Yes.
Into that community. They walked into somewhere. They drove through somewhere. They walked through somewhere.
Yes.
They could have been stopped.
And plannings would have been on.
Yes. They could have been stopped.
Now, in Benue State, the situation in Benue State, it was a suspected armed adults. Well, they are not sure whether they are real armed adults or not. Suspected. They stormed Balon, Mbatsada, and Agana communities in Gua East local government area, killing 10 people and injuring several others, while residents fled to safer areas. And well, the Kaduna story is that the terrorists raided 2 Christian churches in Aliko village, Kacha local government area, killing 5 worshippers and abducting 31 others. I thought you mentioned ECOWA.
ECOWA is
Yes.
ECOWA.
I always wonder, why is it that it is these ECOWA or Catholic churches that are being focused more? ECOWA church, Catholic churches, in that part of the country.
Yeah. Quite unfortunate that this is happening, honestly. Quite unfortunate. Especially when people are just want to go celebrate themselves, celebrate, the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. This is what they're made to face, despite the promise that everywhere will be safe. Well, it's all right. We're not saying that they're not working, but they need to do more, honestly. That's all we ask from them. Do more.
I have seen Allah, the governor, in a statement by his chief press secretary, Kula Tasu, condemned the attack, which he described as a barbaric act and a direct affront to the collective peace and security of the state. I think that's the Kaduna state here now.
Oh, quite unfortunate. Let's hope. Let's continue to pray for our country and that things get better. And our security operative also step up their game as well. All right, let's take a look at this business story coming from from page 29 of the Nigerian Tribune. Nigeria's banking market to hit $16 billion by 2030 on 7% growth. Well, Nigeria's banking industry is projected to grow steadily at an average annual rate of 7%, reaching an estimated $16 billion in market size by 2030, according to a new report. The report, which highlights the evolving dynamics of financial services across the continent, also revealed that Africa's banking sector generated about $99 billion in revenue in 2024, underscoring the industry's resilience and expanding role in economic development. The consulting firm noted that Nigeria remains one of the continent's most important banking markets, alongside South Africa, Egypt, Morocco, and Kenya, which together account for roughly 70% of Africa's total banking revenues. Despite persistent macroeconomic challenges, including currency volatility, Nigerian banks have continued to outperform many of their African peers in profitability. Well, I think so too. Nigerian banks, they're doing well, I must say, and expanding as well beyond this territory, beyond Africa as well. Many of them are going global, and I must say kudos to the CBN also. The recapitalization will also help grow the sector, and a lot of them are already meeting the capitalization base already. And 7% growth annually, I think it's very much possible.
Yes, and this report now will spur. I'm sure it will spur the other banks that are yet to reach the recapitalization target. Now, this one is talking about budget and the borrowing plan for 2026. The federal government increased its borrowing plan for 2026 to 29.20 trillion naira, following an expansion in the proposed budget size, according to official documents obtained by the Punch on Sunday. And the figure represents an increase of 11.31 trillion naira when compared with the earlier 17.89 trillion naira borrowing projection contained in the 2026 abridged budget call circular issued by the Federal Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning. The new borrowing estimate is contained in the 2026 appropriation bill approved by the National Assembly and detailed in the House of Representatives order paper dated Tuesday, March 31, 2026, as well as in the budget schedules attached to the proposal. Well, does this mean that we'll still keep borrowing?
I mean, the other day when I mean, a lot of dollars was approved by National Assembly. We're here asking questions to say, I mean, you told us when we're borrowing again since subsidy regime ended, but here we are borrowing left, right, and center. Well, we're not saying borrowing is bad. It is not bad, but judiciously using it for capital projects is what's not recurrent expenses. Capital projects that will yield returns in the nearest future, in the future, is what is important. And then let's take things easy, and let's not forget also the cost of governance is very expensive. They should kind of reduce it so that we don't borrow every now and then. For everything we do, we appear to be borrowing, and this is not ending at this point. Honestly, it's not ending. It looks like a back-to-back thing. Looks like a back-to-back thing. All right, more stories to check out this beautiful morning. All right, I saw a story coming from Ibadan earlier and Ogbomoso as well.
Yes, page 15 of the Tribune.
Page 15 of the Nigerian Tribune. All right.
Yes, this one says talking about chieftaincy issues now. Chief Ni Akintola, SCN, has said that the presentation of instruments of office to 3 new elevated Obas in Ibadan land was in order and within the ambit of the law. And Chief Akintola, who is the Bashon Bamufin of Ibadan land, stated this on Saturday while appearing on a radio program, noting that neither the Oyo State government nor the Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Rashidi Ladoja, acted contrary to the law or the dictate of the reviewed Ibadan chieftaincy system. Yes, we'll take a break. We'll be back.
TS Charity ẹni fẹ́ ṣàríyá o, gbogbo ẹni fẹ́ ṣàjọ̀dún, àbẹ́ni fẹ́ ṣèpàdé o, gbogbo ẹni fẹ́ ṣènáwó. BCOS event grand, òun ni ẹ máa bọ̀. BCOS event grand, òun ló kájọ ẹ̀ fún gbogbo ayẹyẹ èyí tẹ́yin bá fẹ́ ṣe. BCOS event grand, òun ni ẹ máa bọ̀ o. Bóyá wá gbé mi débẹ̀ yóò, ilé akéde. Bóyá wá gbé mi débẹ̀ yóò, BCOS event grand. BCOS event grand débi tílẹ̀ ti tẹ́jú, àyè ìgbọ́kọ̀sí ń bẹ ìyẹn pọ̀ jaburata. BCOS event grand ìyẹn nílé akéde, oríta Báṣọ̀run nílùú Ìbàdàn. BCOS event grand òun ni ẹ máa bọ̀ o. Ohun tá à ń sọ ni pé onírúurú ayẹyẹ tẹ́yin bá fẹ́ ṣe ó ti wù kó fẹjú tó. BCOS event grand òun ló kájú ẹ̀, òun ló káàtó. ṣókùn àgbà lẹ́yìn fẹ́ ṣe ni, tàbí ìgbéyàwó, tàbí birthday, tàbí open year crusade, ó sì jẹ́ book launch ní tiyín ni. ẹ máa bọ̀, ẹ̀yin sá ti kàn sí wa ní yàrá kẹrin commercial department BCOS ilé akéde, tàbí kẹ́ ẹ pè sórí BCOS customer care line tololong 0915-870-3300. BCOS event grand ilé àríyá fáwọn tó mọ bó ṣe ń lọ.
Yogolu koro isebe ti terra gold. Koro isebe tó báyìí tí ó bá fẹ́ ṣe oúnjẹ aládùn ẹ̀ má ṣe iyèméjì ó yára. Yogolu.
Ìtọ́wò tó kí kọ́kọ́ ó wà ní sẹ́kọ́fàsì ọbẹ̀ àtàdídín àti jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù aládùn. Yan àyùmọ́ ọlọ́gbọ́n, yan góòlù kóró ìsebẹ̀ Terra Gold.
Kóró kan àrà tí ò lópin Terra Gold.
Let's talk conversation this beautiful morning, and don't forget in the next couple of minutes the phone lines will be open for you to put your calls across and join the conversation. Well, we're taking the story earlier.
Yes, the elevation of Ibadan High Chiefs to Obas, where Chief Akintola SCN is saying it is within the law. Yes, he further explained that the development meant that the Ibadan traditional system, touted as the best worldwide, has now been codified, which should ordinarily gladden the hearts of Ibadan sons and daughters. And you remember, if you can remember, earlier in the week, the government, through the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Matters, announced the elevation of 3 Obas, yes, including the former SSG in Oyo State and a politician, Chief Sharafaddin Ali. But at the end of the day, I think none of them appeared for the the elevation ceremony.
According to statements from the palace, it said
the palace,
they won't
be around, but they were elevated in absentia. Well, I think that is what the chief is. Chief Akintola is
addressing them.
Now to Ogbomoso here. Well, I don't know. I haven't.
Yes, very interesting story there.
Yes,
it's also in the Punch newspaper as well.
Yes,
Ogbomoso chief dumps title amid rift with Sean.
Sean, yes, that is a former All Progressives Congress senator in the National Assembly, then Senator Ayo Adeseun, and he formally resigned his appointment as the Mayegun of Ogbomoso land, arguing that the suspension order by the Sean of Ogbomoso, Oba Afolabi Oluyole Gandhi, no longer stands. Adeseun, who attributed his decision to alleged high-handedness, self-centeredness, and maladministration of Oba Oluyole, said there is no need for the monarch to quash his earlier suspension order. And the Tribune reports that Oba Oluyole has suspended Adeseun as the Mayegun over alleged insubordination. However, Adeseun at the press conference in Ogbomoso on Sunday said he is not ready to sit down with Oba Oluyole, hence his decision to resign his appointment. He blamed the Sean over what he described divisive policy, alleging that the traditional ruler since ascending the throne had tried to set the peace-loving people of Ogbomoso against one another through religion and other unfriendly policies. Well, that is the situation in Ogbomoso now, talking about chieftaincy issues here now. And well, I haven't seen any reaction from the palace of the Sean. Yes, I haven't seen it here, but well, I know that something will be done. I know elders will wade into the matter.
Most definitely. All right, let's take another story coming from the Punch newspaper. Bandit leader's son scores killed in Zamfara military offensive. That's coming from the Punch newspaper. Troops of Operation Fasanyama carried out a major offensive on the camp of a notorious bandit leader in Safed local government area of Zamfara state, resulting in the deaths of several fighters, including the kingpin's son. The spokesperson for Operation Fasanyama, Captain David Adewusi, confirmed the operation to the Punch newspaper in a telephone interview on Sunday, stating that the raid took place on Saturday. Adewusi said the troops launched a heavy assault on the camp, leading to significant casualties among the bandits. According to him, there was a major attack on Alero's camp last Saturday in Safi local government area of Zamfara state, which resulted in the death of several bandits, he said. The military spokesperson, however, noted that the exact number of casualties were yet to be officially confirmed. Meanwhile, a report published on the Nigerian Armed Forces and Military News Facebook page claimed that at least 65 fighters were killed during the operation, including Kashala Ilea Sharki, identified as the biological son of Ado Alero. According to the report, other key figures allegedly killed during the operation included Top Lieutenant identified as Dogo Sule and Ilea Mai Rasha. Well, while we talk about the attacks on civilians, on Nigerians, here is a major attack on the bandits by the Nigerian army, and yes, we respect that, so we appreciate them. We want to see more of that. Want to be more of that, and hopefully it will continue. All we ask for is peace. We want to do more, and ensure that peace returns to the country.
Well, before we go to the phone lines now, 3 killed in suspected cult clash after Lagos party. That is, I think in Lagos Island. It happened on Lagos Island. Yes, and vigilant public helps police arrest suspected kidnapper. Yes, suspected kidnapper. Where now? That is in Oyo. Yes, in Oyo. Now, police smash cult gathering in Ondo, arrest 5, and Lagos pastor wife nabbed with illicit drugs. Well,
it is well. All right, let's take this one. He urged security agencies to deploy more resources, intensify rescue operations, and sustain patrols across vulnerable areas, particularly villages and major access areas within the community. Well, we can inquire.
yes.
Those people are still there.
Yes.
They're still in captive.
Yes.
All right, let's get straight to the phone line. 08055009850 and 07055551985.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Michael calling from Rome.
Good morning.
I want to say happy Easter celebration to you. Over
Yes.
there.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. The issue of this insecurity, it seems that it's getting out of hand. Really, we believe that our security personnel they are working, but they should try as much as possible to work the more. God bless you. I think that's work.
All right, thank you very much, sir, for sharing your thought with us. And that's our call as well. We want to see more attack on the bandits, more attack on the terrorists, so that Nigeria will be peaceful again.
Yes, 07055551985. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Easter.
Same to you.
My name is Kilem Alabi from Alagashebo Road.
Yes, you're
I just
welcome.
want to comment on the massacre that took place in the north during this Easter holiday. Extra all the assurance by Mr. President and some security agents. See, that about 16 people lost their life during this massacre. I want our government to give priority to security of life and property of Nigeria. The way we are being killed is too much. No meaningful development can take place in atmosphere of insecurity. And our government should give priority to their responsibility. Protection of property is first priority of the government. Secondly, I want to commiserate with the family of former INEC chairman, Yega, who lost his wife. I pray that God will give the family fortitude to bear the irreparable loss. Have a nice holiday.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, sir. I'm calling from Calabar.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah, I listened to what we heard just now about church people that have not been found. The evangelical people that were kidnapped. Now, but I know these people would have been demanding for ransom. There's a phone call they'll be using to contact the people's different people that they will use to get. There will be some phone lines that they will be using. There will be some people that if this is a bank account, there will be some bank account they will be using. And if it's cash, there will be a closing point from where they will be delivering cash. There's all these things in Nigeria. All the NIN and the PPN and everything that we do, I think is nonsense. It's not working. Because if it has been working, kidnappers will not have that boldness to be doing all these things they are doing. But I think if everything security in this country is not, it's not it. So, why are we boasting that we have NIN, we have PPN, and we have every other thing, and we have security in this country? 2 weeks. The other ones, I think they spent like over 6 weeks before they were released. You cannot find that. This president they took these people to. It's not that the place is foul. It's non forest like that, very near to the place. But when we go there and find, we have nothing. Even the president cannot even stay in the case 10 minutes before there is no power. That's where you find ourselves in this country. And we think we are living and we think we are in a country. So on the issue of I think it should be okay. Let me allow that to stop.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
God bless you. Jesus Christ's name.
Amen.
I pray that everything in our life that need oppression be reflected in Jesus' name. I'm
Amen.
sorry, just speak from my go.
Okay, you are welcome.
Well, I'm calling on all Christians in Nigeria to wake up from their slumber. And all translators in Nigeria, every Christian to wake up in Nigeria. Things will not continue this way. The way things are going is too bad. Our security agents also should wake up. Enough is enough of this killing. This killing is too much. Enough is enough. Let's wake up. Let's defend ourselves. Please, God help us in Jesus' name. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I can be advised from you.
You're welcome.
Please, this morning, I want to beg our leaders to spare us these sermons. During the Ramadan festival, they went on here telling the Muslims to imbibe the teachings of Islam as inscribed in the Quran. Now they are telling us they should imbibe the tenet of what the lessons of. They don't need all this. They should advise themselves to the needful. Do they see Donald Trump say that? Or King Fahad or Saudi Arabia preaching unnecessary sermons? Morbid philosophy. We are tired of it. People are being killed on daily basis. People are dying of hunger. There's hardship in the camp. They are preaching sermons. Let them be the purpose for the pastors and imams. We don't need all those from them. Let them do the needful. We are tired of these people preaching morbid philosophy every time. 2027 is their own priority. People are being killed every day. They can't do anything about that. They are preaching fake sermons. God bless you, sir.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for sharing your thought with us.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Alex Ure.
Mr. Nwere, you're welcome.
You can see the you can see the killing here and there. They are more interested than the military. Again, when the strike here finish, you need to come and say they have done that thing. Always. You see what happened for that. When the case of the president everything, I'm going to back one, I'm going to it. And the kids say they do that. Now I'm borrowing. Where again? That means if Nigeria can be brought out, we have to know that it's standing off. Empty the people, they're standing off. Hold on. I was 65% system. Instead of doing hope. That man, 5%, who said that with the new hope is working? You can't stop the mouth. They are not going to do hope. You can't suffer and die. They don't hope. Go to screen hope. Thank you much.
Thank you very much, Mr. William.
Thank you for sharing your thought with us. Let's take this one from Oyo State quickly. That's coming from the Punch newspaper. Oyo 2027, Makinde moves to name successor. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde on Sunday revealed that his administration has engaged credible individuals as part of a deliberate transition process for the selection process in 2027. Makinde, in a newsletter number 136, April 2026, tagged The Business of Governance, a copy of which was obtained by the Punch in Ibadan, the state capital, promised to communicate the outcome at the appropriate time. He said that we have engaged with a number of credible individuals as part of the deliberate transition process, and I will communicate a decision in due course, one that reflects both the progress we have made and future we must secure. The Punch reports that Makinde on Saturday, March 21st, 2026, tasked his advisory council with engaging credible candidates among the People's Democratic Party aspirants for the 2027 governorship election. The council, led by Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Bolaji Ayorinde, was mandated to interact with all governorship aspirants on the platform of the PDP and provide recommendations for a candidate in continuation of Omtutu 3.0. Well, the governor said you will hear when the time is right.
Yes, it is going to be rather interesting. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Mosra calling from Ritanero Bumosho.
Good morning, Mosura.
You're welcome.
Happy Easter, brother, sister, throughout Nigeria.
Same to you.
God will bring the peace and blessing back to Nigeria.
Amen.
What Mr. Dare or Jetunde said from Aguare this morning is right. As for me, not only Christians will wake up, both Muslim, Christian, and traditional will wake up about the security, because the way our security is going on in Nigeria does not make us happy. Without security, there is no way. If country have the rest of mind, so our leader, they know how to do the right things at the right time for us. God, bring security back to Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Mosura.
Well, that's the side of the show this beautiful morning. Many thanks for everyone who's listening up this morning and those who called as well. Those who joined online as well, we appreciate you. The show returns tomorrow morning. My name is Buluwaji Ogumala. Do have a wonderful holidays.
My name is Bimbo Akombi. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy your day.
Conversation.
Ibi gíga Olúyọlé là ń gbọ́ tó bá jẹ́ tètò tó nítumọ̀. Olúyọlé là ń gbọ́ tó bá jẹ́ tètò tó pín-mìrì.
Ẹ má dalẹ̀ títí dì mọ́ o, Abídúyẹ̀lé ọmọ Ọ̀yẹ́ni. Ẹ má dalẹ̀ títí dì mọ́ o, Abídúyẹ̀lé ọmọ Ọ̀yẹ́ni. Yémọ̀já Màtúndé lọ́dún ní o, èkúrú rẹ̀ rèé o, obì rẹ̀ rèé o, ègbò rẹ̀ rèé o, májì àtúríjà omi yalé mọ́ o. Yémọ̀já nìkan ká bẹ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ abẹ́ra wa, bá a bá ti dalẹ̀ sójú àgbàrá mọ́ omi ò ní yalé wa.
Onímọ́tò rọra sáré o, onímọ́tò rọra sáré o, ẹ̀mí ò láàárọ̀ onímọ́tò rọra sáré.
Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ onímọ́tò rọra sáré.
Ẹ̀mí ò láàárọ̀ onímọ́tò rọra sáré.
Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ onímọ́tò rọra sáré.
Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ onímọ́tò rọra sáré.
Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ onímọ́tò rọra sáré.
Gbé kó o gbé gbàtẹ rẹ kíákíá, àní ẹ mọ́ pàtẹ ọjà ojú pópó mọ́. Ọkọ̀ níjọba la títì ilẹ̀ fún, ẹ jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ òrọ́nà lọ. Iṣẹ́ ọjà lèèyàn pàtẹ ọjà sí, ẹ kó gbá yín kúrò láyé ọ̀nà.
98.5 FM Olúyọlé 98.5 FM 98.5 FM.
àṣetán tí ò lẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́.
ṣí ayọ̀ tú ìtọ́wò wá sílẹ̀. Sẹ́ńjẹ́ pẹ̀lú Terra Cubes, sẹ́ńjẹ́ pẹ̀lú Terra.
Wake up, it's choco time. Donna Choco is here with a taste you love. Just open, pour, and enjoy the chocolatey bite. Donna Choco 3 in 1. Ooh, taste it, love it. Donna Choco 3 in 1. Ooh, I love it.
Introducing the new Dano Choco 3-in-1. It's tasty, creamy, and satisfying. Taste it, love it.
Welcome right here to a fresh edition of the Beautiful Sports Debate. And of course, it is the Easter Monday edition right here in the studios of Oluyole 98.5 FM. Thank you all very much for joining us right here in the studio. And of course, yes, we come with the energetic boys, ready to give you all the things that we've seen from the ever exciting of sports. Talk about it, the world of athletics, tennis, well, of course, basketball, and yes, football. And this morning, you already know it's a Master Chef Adam Seats, ready to serve you all the latest of the updates making the runs. I am Victor Pune, and yes, this morning we'll be serving you something straight from the world of basketball, where earlier as of this morning we saw results, and yes, the Houston Rockets did spoil the return for Stephen Curry. Yes, he was looking to have a sparkling return. Yes, he was showing stellar quality for Golden State Warriors, but then of course, yes, after a 27-game injury absence, it was the Houston Rockets who thwarted a late Warriors rally for a 107-106 NBA victory. And of course, it was crazy looking at Steph Curry coming off the bench in the first game, his very first game since January 30th, scoring 29 points in 26 minutes right there on the floor. Well, the man connected actually 11 of his 21 shots, and of course it was crazy the time he had on the field, including 5 of 10 from 3-point range. Already knowing 3-pointers, right? And of course, yes, it was quite something looking at how the Warriors, who are trailing by 10 with less than 5 minutes remaining, pulling within 1 on a Curry 3-pointer with 57.8 seconds to play. And of course, it was quite something when we saw Gary Payton too driving, and yes, of course, he was awarded a basket on a good end by and Thompson to actually put the Warriors ahead 116-115 out there. And of course, we also saw the Rocket Center that's talking about Alpen and Sengun, who answered with a layup, and when Curry couldn't get a final 3-pointer to drop, well, the Rockets came away with the win. So resounding victory right there for them. Talking about Houston Rockets in that particular game, you would say it is quite the circumstances that we would be having, all of those things pour out right there for Golden State Warriors as they try to do something magical. Well, of course, let's quickly give it to you straight on right here. There were all the results from other centers to talk about. Charlotte Hornets who got a 122-108 victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves, and of course it was another victory for Orlando Magic, who are pulling up the Magic right there. 4 points difference between themselves and the New Orleans Pelicans. It was 112-108, and yes, of course, Thunder came with the thunder on an evening that rained across different parts of Ibadan, because the game was a 146-111 victory over Utah Jazz. So yes, tell the Jazz men we're gonna raise the roof right here. We saw something immaculate also. It was Dallas Mavericks who got the victory over the Lakers. Well. And of course, yes, the Dallas Mavericks